Welcome to the Sukshma Vyayama follow along video. Grab your mat, wear loose comfortable cotton clothes, and then let's begin. Let's start with pranayama. Keep your palms in the Namaskar Mudra such that your thumbs touch the sternal notch and your forearms are pressed against your chest. Now close your eyes, stand erect, and let's do 3 Om chants. Feel relaxed. Now let's begin with the Sukshma Vyayama practices. Let's begin with Griva Shakti Vikashka 1A or sideways neck movement. Keep your feet together and stand erect. Now relax your neck and then turn your head first towards your right shoulders, then towards the left shoulders. Repeat this a few more times. Breathe normally throughout the exercise. Griva refers to your neck, and Griva Shakti Vikashkas are exercises that strengthen your neck. Now let's start Griva Shakti Vikashka 1B or up and down neck movement. Keep your feet together and stand erect. Now take your head first forward such that your chin touches the sternal notch. Then take your head backward such that it touches the nape of your neck. Repeat this 5 to 6 times. Keep breathing normally. Now let's start Griva Shakti Vikashka 2 or complete neck rotation. Keep your feet close together, your back straight, your mouth closed and your eyes wide open. Keep your chin in and rotate the head from left to right and then right to left alternately. Breathe normally. Try to make your ear touch your shoulder, taking particular care to avoid raising the shoulder. 5 times to begin with. Make sure you go slow but deep. Now let's start Griva Shakti Vikashka 3 or the standing Bhastrika practice. Keep your feet close together and stand straight. Inhale and exhale through your nose, practicing the Bhastrika Pranayama, also called the bellows effect. Blow out your stomach while inhaling, draw it in while exhaling. Do this a couple of times. This exercise strengthens the neck and beautifies it. It also helps cure diseases peculiar to the throat. Now we'll be starting the Bhujavalli Shakti Vikashka exercises. Let's start with Bhujavalli Shakti Vikashka 1A. Keep your feet together, your body straight and your arms by your sides. Begin with your right arm. First let it hang relaxed. Then raise it sideways above your head with the palm outward. Bring it down in the same manner. The arm must not touch the head when going up, nor the thigh when coming down. Palms must be kept open with the fingers together. For exercise B, repeat the same exercise but with your left arm. Breathe normally through all the exercises. Bhujavalli refers to a muscle present in your bhuja or your shoulder. A few more times. Breathe normally. Now for Bhujavalli Shakti Vikashka 1C, bring both your arms into action. Both should go up and come down at the same time, but make sure that your arms do not touch your head nor your thigh coming down, and they should not touch each other while performing this exercise. Breathe normally. Now let's move on to Purna Bhuja Shakti Vikashka exercises. Let's start with the Purna Bhuja Shakti Vikashka or complete arm rotation. Keep your feet together, your body erect. Now clench your hands into fists with the thumbs tucked in. For exercise A, inhale through your nose and while holding your breath, swing your right arm forward in the circle. When you cannot hold your breath any longer, stop with your arm bent at the elbow and then breathe out forcefully. Now, for exercise B, repeat the same exercise A with your right arm but in reverse, swinging the arm backward. For exercise C, repeat the same as exercise A but with your left arm in forward direction. Remember to hold your breath while doing these exercises. For exercise D, repeat the same as exercise C but with your arm in reverse, left arm in reverse. Hold your breath and then breathe out forcefully once you're done. For exercise E, with both hands clenched into fists, let both your arms describe a forward circle, and once you are done, exhale forcefully. Purna Bhuja refers to your complete shoulder, and these exercises help strengthen your shoulder. For exercise F, repeat the same as exercise E but in reverse. This set of exercises tones up the nerves, and it also helps the arms and your hands become more shapely. The entire length of the arms becomes stronger. Let's start Manibandha Shakti Vikashka. Let's start the Manibandha Shakti Vikashka or the wrist up and down movement. Stand with your feet close together with the body straight. Now stretch out your two arms straight in front of you at shoulder level, keeping them parallel to the ground. For exercise A, with loosely clenched fists, let your wrists move the fists up and down with force. While bringing your fist up and down, try to touch the forearm. The arms should be kept as stiff as possible. Breathe normally and repeat this a few more times. For exercise B, raise your arms bent at the elbow sideways to shoulder level. The wrists should be moved up and down as in exercise A. While doing so, your arms should be kept as stiff as possible. Breathe normally. Now let's move on to Udara Shakti Vikashka. Let's start Udara Shakti Vikashka 5. Stand with your feet together and your body erect. Pouting your lips, suck in the air and at the same time lower your chin to touch the sternal notch. While holding the breath, close your eyes and puff out the cheeks. Exhale so gradually through your nose that there is no sound at all in doing so. Once you're done, slowly come back up. Repeat this a few more times. This exercise is also called Jalandhar Bandha. Udara refers to your abdomen. The Udara Shakti Vikashka helps strengthen your abdomen. Now let's start the back strengthening exercises or the Kati Shakti Vikasaka practices. Let's begin with the Kati Shakti Vikasaka practices. First, Kati Shakti Vikasaka 1 or the straight back bend. With your feet together and your back straight, clench your right hand to form a fist with the thumb tucked in. Holding it behind your back, place your left hand on the right wrist, both in contact with the back. Now for exercise A, breathe deeply through your nose while bending backwards as far as you can. Maintain this posture for a few moments. Then, while exhaling, bend forward and try to touch your knees with your head. Maintain this posture for a few moments. Come back up. Repeat this process a few more times. For exercise B, repeat the same as exercise A but with your left hand forming a fist and your right hand on your left wrist. Inhale back and exhale down. Hold, inhale back and exhale down. One more time, inhale back and exhale down. Come back up. Now let's start Kati Shakti Vikasaka 2 or the wide back bend. With your legs stretched apart as far as possible. Arms on your hips, keeping the fingers to the rear and your thumbs to the front. Now inhaling, bend back from the waist as far as you can go. Maintain this posture for some time. Then, while bending forward to touch the ground with your head, exhale gradually. Repeat this operation a few more times. One more time. Now let's start Kati Shakti Vikasaka 4 or the T bend. With your feet together, stand erect with your arms stretched out sideways. With your arms spread out, bend the trunk to your left as far as you can and then return slowly to the original position. Now bend towards your right side and repeat 5 times to begin with. While doing this exercise, particular care should be taken to see that your arms do not move up or down and that the trunk does not move forward or backward. By the way, Kati refers to your back and hence Kati Shakti Vikasaka exercises are back strengthening exercises. Now let's start Kati Shakti Vikasaka 5 or the trunk twisters. Stand with your feet 2 feet apart. Now, while inhaling quickly, swing the trunk and the outstretched arms to describe a semicircle, first to the right and then to the left. Repeat this operation a few more times. These exercises help make the back supple and symmetrical. Regular practice also helps remove all minor deformities of the back. These exercises are especially good for strengthening the back. Now, let's move on to Kundalini Shakti Vikasaka or the kickbacks. Let's start Kundalini Shakti Vikasaka or kickbacks. Keeping a distance of 2 inches between your feet, stand erect. Now, hit your heels on your buttocks one after the other with force. Care should be taken to bring the foot down on the original spot from which it was raised. Kundalini refers to a mystical coil that is believed to be present at the base of your spine. Doing this exercises regularly helps activate the Kundalini and helps your body harness its energy and become stronger and healthier. Now let's move on to Janga Shakti Vikashka or thigh strengthening exercises. Let's begin Janga Shakti Vikashka or the thigh strengthening exercises. For Janga Shakti Vikashka 1, we will do the toe jumping jacks. Stand erect with your feet together. Now inhale through your nose and at the same time throw up your arms while jumping with your feet together and coming down on your toes with feet apart. While exhaling, lower your arms while jumping up and coming down on your toes with your feet together. Care should be taken to see that when coming down, your arms do not touch your thighs, nor should your legs bend at the knees. But as a modification, you can bend your knees a bit. Now let's start Janga Shakti Vikashka 2 or the narrow yogi squats. With your feet together, stand erect. Inhaling through your nose, bend your knees gradually with your arms held out before you parallel to the ground. Stop when your thighs are parallel to the ground. Now try to maintain this posture for as long as you can. Take care to prevent the heels or the toes from rising from the ground. The knees must be together. Then begin to rise gradually while exhaling. If in the beginning you find it difficult to hold your breath while doing this exercise, you can breathe normally until with sufficient practice you can hold your breath. Now we will be starting Janu Shakti Vikashka. Let's begin with the Janu Shakti Vikashka or the knee exercises. With your feet together, stand erect. Now raise your foot forward with a jerk of the knee and then raise it backward and repeat while keeping the upper part of your body in the same erect position. After doing this exercise with one leg, repeat it with the other. When taking your leg back, the heel must touch the glutes or the buttock. Do this 10 times to begin with. This exercise is good for rheumatic condition of the knees as it improves the circulation of blood in the region. Now we will be moving on to the Pada Mula Shakti Vikashka exercises. Let's start the Pada Mula Shakti Vikashka 1 or the calf raises. Stand on your toes with your body erect and relaxed. For exercise A, throw the weight of your body on the toes and then raise and lower your body in a spring-like motion. The heels and toes should be together throughout. Repeat this a few more times. Breathe normally. Now let's move on to Gulfa Pada Prishta Pada Tala Shakti Vikashka or the ankle rotation. With your feet together, stand erect. Now stretching forward one foot and holding it about 9 inches off the ground, describe a circle first from right to left and then left to right with your ankle. Repeat this with the other foot 10 times to begin with. 5 clockwise and 5 anti-clockwise. The exercise relieves rheumatism of the ankles and strengthens the toes and the feet. Now let's move on to Shavasana. Lie down on your back Close your eyes. Keep your palms facing outwards or upwards. Connect your heels to each other. Now take a deep breath in, hold, and then exhale. Breathe in and breathe out. And just relax. Relax your whole body and calm down your mind. Just concentrate on your breathing. Breathe in and breathe out. Feel your muscles and your joints and your body and your brain. Feel everything relaxing. Breathe in and breathe out. Stay here for a few more breaths. Now, without opening your eyes, slowly turn to your right side. Now don't get up, stay here for 2 seconds. Now slowly, with the help of your hand, push up and come into Sukhasana with your eyes closed. Now, rub your palms together and then keep them on your face. Feel the warmth flowing through your face and through your body and relaxing you. Now, slowly open your eyes and look at only your palms and nothing else. Namaskar. Thank you for doing this follow along with us. This is the end of the follow along. You can do this follow along once again if you wish to, or you can stop between the exercises and repeat them if you want to. Please like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to turn the bell notifications on once you are done. Now, if you wish to learn more about Sukshma Vyayama and its origin, you can stay on till the end of the video. Thank you. Sukshma Vyayama was developed, designed and propagated originally by Swami Dhirendra Brahmachari, who was the Shishya or student of Maharishi Kartikeya ji. Sukshma means fine, delicate, micro, subtle. Vyayama means exercises. The yogic Sukshma Vyayama, as implied by its name, is meant for the subtle body or the Sukshma Sharir. There are almost 48 different types of Sukshma Vyayamas. Sukshma Vyayama is a very useful yogic practice taught especially in traditional yogic schools affiliated with Kriya Yoga. Sadly, there are not many popular yoga practices in which these are included. Sukshma Vyayama rejuvenates whole body internally. It works on every body part. It is the only system of Vyayamas which includes each part of the body with a specific type of breathing in a specific position with a specific point of mental concentration. Sukshma Vyayama activates the joints and strengthens all systems internally. The physiological benefits of Sukshma Vyayama are: first, it enhances neuromuscular coordination. Second, it removes toxins from the body, which are commonly termed as ama in Ayurveda. Third, it improves the elasticity of muscles. Fourth, it improves the mobility of joints. And fifth, it increases microcirculation in the body. These Vyayamas do not take more than 10 to 15 minutes in a day and are excellent practice for both physical and mental well-being. Sukshma Vyayama practices help to facilitate free movements, which further helps in higher level of yogic asanas/practices. While doing these Vyayamas, one should do them gently, mindfully and with your eyes open. These are simple yogic practices which can be easily done by anyone, even those who do not have any specific training or exposure in yoga. These vyayamas can be done as a yoga practice in itself, especially if you intend to do a light exercise session, or it can be undertaken as a great way to warm up, prepare for upcoming advanced or intense yoga asanas, and also on these can be practiced on recovery days to help your body reap all the benefits of the strength training you did the day before. That was all about Sukshma Vyayama. Thank you for staying till the end of the video and listening to us. We hope you enjoyed the video and the follow along. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and turn the bell notifications on so you'll get notifications whenever we post new videos. So stay tuned, keep doing Sukshma Vyayama practices and stay safe. Thank you.